Hi, folks. Joseph Kursky here with you. I'm so excited. I'm wearing my map tie in honor of this occasion. I'm also holding one of my favorite objects, a globe. Why? Because I'm so excited about the Geography 1010 Global Geography course that you are joining me in. We're going to have a grand and glorious spatial time. Let me set some context for you to talk about why we're doing this course, what we're going to learn, the kinds of things that you'll be empowered to do during and after this course. Now, geography is all about what's where, why is it there, and why should we what's where, why is it there, and why should we care? Why should we care about natural hazards, population change, equity, resilience, natural resources, population change, energy, human health? These are all issues that geography is addressing and grappling with. So they're very relevant issues to our 21st century world and also affect our everyday lives. I mean, just take one issue alone, water. Water's pretty important. Why is water a threatened natural resource? Why should we care about it? So geography is all about what's where, why is it there, and why should we care? Also, geography is a disruptive discipline, and more relevant now than ever before as we face challenges in our world. Now, geography also is focused on the whys of where, why things are where they are, and what impact or influence or implications does that have? So it gives you a holistic, critical approach to addressing problems and taking action. You learn about equity in your community. You learn about urban greenways. What can you do about them? What can you do about them? That's the focus of this course. Now, we've got, again, some challenges from the UN Sustainable Development Goals to challenges in our own community. And geography is all about addressing those challenges and charting a more resilient, sustainable, equitable world. So you'll use some very exciting tools and methods to examine issues from local to global, gaining skills in problem solving analysis, data fluency, so you'll work with lots of different kinds of data, and communication tools, story maps, dashboards, multimedia web maps, and much more, infographics that are increasingly valued in our interconnected world. Now, these skills will also be valuable to you in your future career pathway. In business, nonprofit, academia, government, no matter where you go, these tools will be valuable. So get ready for an exciting journey. Now, here are some objectives and outcomes. Objectives are you're going to be familiar with basic concepts in human and physical geography. You're going to define some major world regions, cultural regions, physical regions, sports regions. Oh, maybe you haven't thought about that. Sports regions. Where are people fans of a certain sport? Or where's the fan base for the Atlanta Falcons or the Green Bay Packers or some baseball team, etc.? Where's the fan base? Why are they distributed the way they are? Interesting. What about ecoregions, physical regions like biomes, landforms, climate regions, etc.? So world regions, and describe their characteristics, economic, political, cultural, historical, and physical. You'll also critically examine, interpret, and explain how personal, political, cultural, economic, and social experiences or structures shape the diversity and dissimilarity of regions around the world. We have an amazing planet. It's the only one we know that's like it in the whole universe. Okay? So, how can we make sense of it? How can we protect it so we'll have a future? Lastly, you'll more readily situate local phenomenon in a global context. Each week you'll have this kind of structure. You'll watch a weekly video. You'll read some content, the geographic theme, whether it's population change or natural hazards or sports or recreation, behavior, equity, etc. You'll read about that theme. You'll also read, I really am excited about this. I've got a set of 5 things every week in this next section. A fascinating place, a thought leader, someone who's a thought leader in geography, a technology, a geotechnology, UAVs, drones, geographic information systems, GPS, etc., LiDAR, 3D mapping, real-time data feeds. There's so much more. one current event of geographic significance, and one geographic oddity, a geographic oddity. So every week you're going to have 5 of those things. You're going to comment on the weekly content and reflect on your fellow students' content too, because I really want people to build community here. This is a learning experience. You're going to get a lot more when you interact with your fellow students and with me and our wonderful TA. You're also going to be working through one hands-on activity. It's usually broken up into several different parts, but hands-on activity. I'm very much into active learning. I don't want to just lecture to you all. I don't want to just talk a lot. I know I'm talking a lot in this video, but I want you to be doing things. I want you to be using tools like a climate scientist would, or a city planner, or a hydrologic engineer. I want to have you use some of those same tools. You'll learn a lot more when you're doing geography, not just learning about geography or listening to geography, okay? And then you're going to comment on that hands-on activity experience. And then lastly, you'll take a short self-reflective quiz. Now, don't get nervous about when I say quiz. The quiz is really meant to have you feel confident that, hey, I'm making progress here in this course. I'm learning a lot in this course. So that's the quiz. There's 6 questions in each quiz. They're designed to be finished in 5 or 10 minutes. One question is usually around the sort of question of, what's the most interesting thing you learned this week? Or what's the most puzzling thing that happened this week? Or what's the most interesting tool or map that you looked at? So easy to fill out. But I want you to think about how much progress you're making. And then lastly in the course, you're going to write an implementation plan on how you will use what you learned in the course in another course, or even in your future career pathway. That's going to happen during the last week of the course. So those are the things you'll do every week, with the one exception: the implementation plan will take place the last week of the course. It's going to be fun. It's going to be rapid paced. It's going to be interesting and extremely relevant to our world. So I'm glad you're going to join me in this Geography 1010 course. I'm here to help you learn more about my own philosophy in another video, but I'm so glad you're here. I'm really looking forward to this. This is really going to be a blast and extremely useful for y'all. Okay, so we'll see you in the course. Thanks.